French press. 1-9, Bam Bam. Woo! And our bench staff today, Little Bit Naughty, Haggard Merle, and Cat Ion. Let's hear it for our home team, Omaha Roller Derby. Woo! Bring it down a little bit. Okay, now we can go to the regular split list? Yes. Hold on. And can we turn down any more? That's perfect. Huge thanks to our officials and NSOs for today and all of our helpers. Thank you so much for all of your work. All right, folks. Next whistle will start the jam. We turn on the music just a little bit more. And we'll turn it up like during starting jammers, Poison Ivy, and French press. And it has begun. We've got Poison Ivy jamming for No Coast and French Press jamming for Omaha Roller Derby. And we've got a lead jammer, number 6, Poison Ivy, making it through that pack of Omaha Roller Derby. French falling close behind, making it the pack. And we have a power jam. French press is fighting her way through that. Meat Broth, do you know what a power jam is? No, please enlighten me. A power jam is when another jammer from a different team goes to the penalty box, meaning that there is one jammer out on the track. One jammer, one weighted 4 points. We are seeing that pack get... I think I turned it off for some reason. We are seeing that pack get a little bit spread out here on the third turn. And we got Poison Ivy back in here. This will be a full 2-minute jam. There is no lead jammer for this round. We've got Jinx with that star. And we've got Poison Ivy making it out of the pack here. Jinx is coming in over a scoring pass here. And makes it for 4 points. Poison Ivy around 4, another 4 points. And those 4 whistles will end the jam. We are currently looking at 8 points with No Coast and 3 points, 5 points for Omaha Roller Derby. Puckett for blue, and I think it's either Ginger Snap or Candy Crusher. We'll just wait here. And the jam has begun. We've got some high impact blocking happening here. And No Coast, number 3-6, Candy Crusher gets lead jammer. We are going around that first turn here. Ooh, Puckett staying nice and low. And Candy Crusher makes it out of the pack for 4 points. And Puckett makes it out of the pack for their initial pass through. And Candy Crusher makes it through for another 4 points. If you're wondering what it means when that official says that there is no pack, all you need to know is that all of our players need to stay within 10 feet of each other. So when there is no pack, that means that our blocks have gotten too spread out. And wide open, making it look easy. Candy Crusher coming in for another 4 points. Up to 16 just in this jam alone. And we've got a power jam.
Once again, Kansas are moving through the pack for 4 more points.
And we're clearing out that backs for Omaha Roller Derby, getting some more of our blue blockers out there, getting together. Chase Roundabout pushes out Candy Crusher, but then gets pushed out by number 888 and takes the inside line, makes it around. Now we'll see Puckett re-entering from the penalty box coming in here. And nice.
And that's the jam.
Let's hear it for No Post. 28 points scored in that jam alone. Omaha Roller Derby fought hard in that one, getting 5 points for their score. Do you want to try and do every other for who announces the score at the end of the jam? Yeah, just like the overall score. Swag. And the jam has begun with a quick start. We've got the captain for No Post making it out with the lead jammer. And we've got Jailbreakers fighting their way through the pack here. Number 360 heading to the penalty box for a 4R. And short and sweet, we've got that jam over.
Looks like No Coast got 4 points that round, 0 for Omaha Roller Derby, leaving us at 49.
Huge thank you to our photographers here today, Jason Orton Photography and Harding Photography. Thank you for all that you do for us.
I want to see other exercise. What do you mean?
French press and poison ivy. And the jam has begun. We are seeing some large explosive hits here. Omaha Roller Derby getting in front of that jammer, and Poison Ivy gets lead, but is taken back.
French press going ahead of the pack. That's our lead jammer, not our lead jammer.
So there might be some confusion here. Poison Ivy was able to make it around all of the hits of the opposing team, but was not able to make it out of the pack. So she still is the lead jammer, even though she is still fighting on her initial pass.
No.
And French press gets 4 points for Omaha Roller Derby. We are seeing some amazing tripod work from all of our teams out here. Those jammers are having to push. We've got some offense with Chase Roundabout for French press, but she is being soul crushed. And Poison Ivy makes it through. Poison Ivy has removed her star cap, so there is no lead jammer. This will be a full 2-minute jam. And French press is around right for 4 points for Omaha Roller Derby. And we've got a power jam. This is in favor of Omaha Roller Derby, so they're going to try and make the most of it here and get some points while the opposing team's jammer is in the penalty box. And that is time, folks. What an amazing jam. We ended with No Post with 40 points, scoring no points for the jammer on that one. And Omaha Roller Derby scoring 8 points. Let's hear it for Omaha Roller Derby, folks.
No. They don't get to have one.
This next jam will start with No Post having a jammer in the box and one blocker standing, so they're down one blocker for this. Omaha Roller has nobody in the box. They're starting to get a full slate out there. And we had some late coming points, but No Coast actually did get 3 points that last round, so it is 43-19. And we are off with a power star, and Puckett is straight on through on that outside line. Puckett is coming through on their scoring round. And that white jammer from No Coast has just been released. Poison Ivy is back in, going in for their initial pass-through.
That jam, No Coast, we are at 43. Omaha Roller Derby is at 20, scoring 4 points that jam.
Candy Crusher, Jinx. We're like, yes. Oh, you get. All right, and without being pushed into the inside, we got Candy Crusher. Ooh, and a nice wipeout. We've got our No Coast blockers a little bit mixed up here, but we've got Jinx fighting to get through that pack. And
for 4 more points.
And Jinx has fought through. Jinx is now coming in for their scoring lap. And we've got an Apex Show! And another Apex Jump. Let's go. Both of our teams here. Love it. And we've got our jammers neck and neck right now. Some jammer on jammer violence. And Candy Crusher calls it off. No Coast ending that jam with 59 points. Candy Crusher going for another huge score with 16 points. Omaha Roller Derby not too far behind with 31 points. Jinx scoring 8. Jailbreaker and Ginger Snap. And we are off with Jailbreaker jamming for the Omaha Roller Derby team and Ginger Snap for the No Coast.
Jailbreaker making it out.
And not too far behind is number 1-3 Ginger Snap making that initial pass. And Jailbreaker will call the jam.
That jam, we left off with No Coast at 61, Omaha Roller Derby at 32. No Coast scored 2 points that round, and Omaha Roller Derby scored 1.
And 888 Speedy Morales. We've got No Coast Speedy Morales out with that lead jammer status. French Press fighting her way through that pack. And makes it through for that initial pack. Speedy Morales living up to her name right by French Press here. some points before calling it.
You will leave off that jam with no points with 69 points. Omaha Roller Derby, 2 points. No coast with 8 points in that jam. Omaha Roller Derby with 0. Looks like we are 10 all up here right now. These jammers are having to push hard. IB takes the lead, taking on position. We got Puckett still in.
Able to make it to the pack. Number 360, Scully, making their way to the penalty box. We've got 2 blockers out right now for No Coast and everybody out for Omaha Roller Derby.
You got 4 points that round with no coast, and we are. Who here loves roller derby? Let's hear it, folks. That was not loud enough. Who here loves roller derby? Very good.
And not too far behind is number 36, Candy Crusher. Jinx is coming in against 2 blockers here. And calls it short and sweet. I'm watching them.
If you love roller derby and want to get out there and get hit yourself, join Omaha Roller Derby. We have a Learn to Skate coming up soon. And if you're curious about our next game, it's on September 21st versus Flat Rock. Dad, we'll find the trash can. Just put it in my backpack. You'll notice we're kind of short on blockers
Out there, we've got only 2 blockers apiece right now. But we've got our No Coast blockers coming back in from the penalty box. We've got 2 blockers from Omaha Roller Derby. You'll notice Ginger Snap just sneaking right on through there with that lead jammer status, getting 4 points for No Coast. French Press fighting her way through that pack. And Jailbreaker pushing Ginger Snap out of bounds, but she bounces right back. We've got Chase Roundabout heading to the penalty box for a directional penalty. French Press is still fighting through there. And Jail is taking on that No Coast Jammer one-on-one, doing her very best. French Press is pushing through there, fighting her way.
Definitely French press.
Number 888 staying on French Press as she fights through there, and a nice little spin move trying to get around those No Coast blockers. And we are sending another blocker from Omaha Roller Derby to the penalty box. Ginger Snap coming around for another scoring pass. And Jailbreaker taking her one-on-one again.
Ginger Snap rocking up the points while we've got some ORD. And that will end the jam. No Coast scoring 24 points for that jam. With their team captain herself, Ginger Snap. table. You can color them. We've got some cool suits. We've got some cool shirts. Go and check it out before you head out today. Thanks again to all of our volunteers and the medics for showing up today. If you are not ready after this eventful game for the party to be over, head over to camp. That is camp with a K. And get some food and some beverages. It is all ages, and that is where our after party is, at camp with a K. And that's the end of our timeout. We're sending those skaters back onto the track. As we start this next jam, we've got one blocker to block for Omaha. Taking the lead jam position. Jinx is fighting their way through.
Jinx is pushing that pack. So what happens when these players get a penalty? They get sent to the penalty box, which is near the American flag back there, and they have to sit for 30 seconds per penalty. And wide open. No Coast is able to get through, but Puckett is not far behind, number 3-6.
Gotcha. Looks like Omaha Roller got 3 points, bringing them up to 35, and no Coast is at 101. And the jam has started. We've got Jinx versus Ginger Snaps out there. And that Omaha Roller Derby tripod is blocking
Hard, but Ginger Snap is able to come out on that outside line, getting lead jammer. Jinx comes back in and goes for that apex and is able to sneak on through, making it look like easy work. Jinx is speeding on through there, getting 4 points for Omaha Roller Derby. Ginger Snap still fighting and calls the jam.
Let's hear it for one of our fan favorites, Jinx, everybody. Woo!
And you'll see we're kind of tangled up with all these blockers right now, but those jammers are fighting through. And we've got Jailbreaker with that lead jammer status, but Poison Ivy is coming in behind. And short and sweet, we call the jam.
Don't forget to follow Omaha Roller Derby on Instagram at Omaha Roller Derby.
And super quick, they got Puckett out of there. Candy Crusher right on their tail.
It is neck and neck.
And takes the outside with that assist from Chase Roundabout. It is two jammers skating right with them. And we'll call it.
4 points to both teams this jam, leaving us at 109 for no points score, 3 for Omaha. Can we give it up for both teams? It is a great game going on here today.
And we're going to take just a little bit of time here for an official timeout. Thank you so much to the Schenzel Community Center for letting us have our practices and our games here. It means a ton to Omaha Roller Derby, and we would not have a space without them. They are so important to us. Thank you so much.
What's that I hear?
Your tummy rumbling? Oh, you better go to the bridge table and get some food.
Looks like we are lining up to get jammed again.
And we're off, folks.
French fries.
And another short jam, folks. Those jammers are breaking through those packs. And we will have another official timeout here. If you are interested in having more information about joining Omaha Roller Derby, you can feel free to go up to the merch table and leave your name and email. We'll send you some information. Otherwise, just like what we've always been saying, you can follow us on all social media platforms. Oh, and just now realizing we never introduced ourselves. Oh my God, who are you? My name is Larry Hoover. I have been skating with Omaha Roller Derby for about a year and would be out there if it wasn't for an emergency appendectomy earlier this week. But Omaha Roller Derby is super fun. Deep Raw, tell us about yourself. My name is Deep Raw. I joined Omaha Roller Derby for about a month, and then Ross Deep Raw broke my ankle, but I'm still here helping out. Not at roller derby though. Not at roller derby. Completely unrelated. IV making it through the pack, starting our lead jammer position. Jailbreaker making the way. She gets past. Jailbreaker is approaching that pack, and it is called. Poison Ivy was able to make it out with 4 points in that jam at 117 for No Coach and 43 for Omaha Roller Derby. right now. And we are starting. Those tripods are moving fast and blocking hard. No coast. Candy Crusher able to get lead jammer.
Puckets still fighting their way through the pack.
French Press able to push that jammer out and is staying nice and up front. Puckett still fighting through that tripod.
Roller Derby not letting up with the defense.
Both those jammers having to push their way out. Puckett being pushed out of bounds and entering behind the pack. And Candy Crusher is able to get out of there. Puckett is not too far behind, going in for that initial pass, and we'll call it. Great Butcherbird 223 able to take that inside line and get out of the pack there. Jailbreaker pushing through there. We've got some skaters down. And is able to get through that pack for that initial pass. Missy Mayhem coming up front to block that 223 Butcherbird.
And Butcherbird makes the way through.
Scoring 4 points. Love it. Jailbreaker pushing through that tripod, that super strong no coast tripod. And we've got Omaha Roller Derby at the back of the pack, pushing that skater out of bounds.
Butcherbird once again passing through to get 4 more points. Yeah. Butcherbird scoring 8 points that game. Jailbreaker scoring 4 points at no coast at 129 and Omaha Roller Derby at 47. Through the pack and then start the lead jammer.
Jinx able to slide on through that pack to get through that initial pass. Poison Ivy fighting through those blockers, makes it for 4 points. Will Jinx get a point for that? And no points scored for Omaha Roller Derby, 4 points scored for No Post that round, 133 to 47. We have about 2 minutes left in this first half, and then we will have our halftime break.
Candy Crusher making it through the pack as our lead jammer with French Press falling behind.
We've got 1 blue blocker heading to the penalty box, Missy Mayhem, and we've got 1 white blocker standing ready to enter back in from the penalty box. French Press fighting through, gets 4 points for Omaha Roller Derby. We've got just 1 lonely blocker out there for Omaha Roller Derby right now, Bam Bam. Looking to help her jammer any way she can. French Press through that pack again for another 4 points. Candy Crusher having some jammer on jammer violence, pushing French Press out. And Candy Crusher skates right on through to score another 4 points for No Coast.
We've got a third blocker back for Omaha roller derby.
Mayhem providing an assist there, but French press gets pushed out of bounds. And we've got a jammer going to the penalty box. Candy Crusher. Power Jam! That means that there is no lead jammer, so this will go on for the full 2-minute period. Chase Roundabout handed that star, making her way through that pack.
It is a tough fight.
And right as that jam was coming to an end, the No Coast Jammer was back in. We are now in our halftime. You've got about 15 minutes to get yourself some merch, get some food, get a drink.
So 8 for French, 4 for Chase. Yeah. Really, 3 of them were Frenches, and then Chase we got the 4th one, but they are Chase's big eat them.
Trying to mute myself. I'm gonna do that.
minutes for the team to get started here again. Can I hear some noise for both teams as we get ready for our second half? Can I have some more enthusiasm for both teams here? All right, we are getting lined up for our first and second half. We are starting off this half with one blue blocker for Omaha Roller Derby in the penalty box, and the score of 145 for No Coast to 59 for Omaha Roller Derby.
Let's go, Omaha!
And the second half has begun. We've got both of those jammers trying to take those outside lines, and
Lead jammer.
Puckett using those toe stops and is getting around on that outside untouched.
Poison Ivy calling the jam. 4 points to no notes.
Wait, hello. If you guys are listening, sorry about that. You guys get a different mic. I know, they can hear everything. I know, I'm kind of just like minding everything. I'm like, and we're on with that second jam. We've got that blue tripod fighting to keep back. And we've got Jinx ahead, but we've got Scully.
Scully as our lead jammer. Is it Scully?
Why did they put that up there? And just kidding, that was Candy Crusher. Not Scully. I'm just not going to read up there. I knew it. I know it was Candy Crusher. I knew it. I couldn't believe it myself. And Ginger And we've got both jammers making their way through those packs here. Puckett up front.
Defense for No Coast.
And we've got Omaha Roller Derby using a term called soul crushing. That is when you push out a player and then you take them backwards. So you move them back. And we have a power jam in favor of Omaha Roller Derby. What's that? A power jam. And just as that is happening, we've got Puckett with lead jammer status, making it through that pack. We currently have 4 blockers 3 blockers out here for our Omaha Roller Derby team, and we just got a 3rd blocker out here for No Coast.
Pocket. Fighting their way through.
Takes that inside line, ooh, and just barely misses it. And Ginger Snap.
Squeezing by.
And Puckett calls the jam. 3 points for Omaha Roller Derby, 0 for No Coast. 62 for Omaha Roller Derby to 149 for No Coast. We've got No Coast blockers on that line. Trying to get around there. We've got our Omaha Roller Derby a little bit higher up here in the pack. And both jammers are out of the pack, just like that. French press right on the heels of Poison Ivy. And no points for either team that jam. We will take a couple seconds here for an official timeout. Big thank you to all of our volunteers event today and for our medics. None of this would happen without the giant village that surrounds the Omaha Roller Derby community. So this is so amazing, and amazing that we get to be here and do the things that we love. Thank you as well to our officials and our administrators.
We had to check it out.
And you watched the next ORD game on September 21st is ORD versus Black Rock. And that is here. It is a home game, so come on out. Come on out next month for another home game. September 21st. Just like here, lined up to start round 2. And we are starting with a power jam. The Omaha Roller Derby jammer is currently in the penalty box. We have that pack moving pretty quickly, getting to that 3rd round, and number 3-6, Candy Crusher, able to stay in and get the jammer. We have all blockers out on the track right now. You may be wondering what these striped helmet covers are that you're seeing with some people. So there are 2 helmet covers for each team. There's the star, which is the jammer, of course, which is the only player that can score points. But there is a pivot cap, which is the striped cap. The jammer with the star can take off their cap at any point and pass it off to that person with the stripe on their helmet, allowing them to become the jammer.
That jam. Looks like No Coast scores 12 points, 0 for ORD, leaving us at No Coast 161, ORD 62.
With 24 minutes left in the second period, there is so much more game left to play. There are so many more points left to score. Keep on watching.
There he is, right there.
Ginger Snap still fighting with those Omaha roller derby blockers. We've got one blocker down. Puckett coming in for a scoring pass. And goes in there for 4 points. All in the jam. 4 points for Omaha roller derby scored by Puckett, and 0 points for No Post that man. And we've got a lead jammer, Poison Ivy on the No Coast team. French press heading to the penalty box.
Bit of a pile.
And we've got number 888, Speedy Morales, heading to the penalty box as well. The pivot for the No Coast team. And we've got a Soul Crush Chase roundabout taking back the white jammer from No Coast. And the jammer for Omaha Roller Derby standing, ready to re-enter. This pack is moving quickly. And we've got the No Coast jammer pushed out again. And French press slides right through that pack there for their initial pass. And right at the end there, we've got number 1-4 from No Post heading to the penalty box.
Buddy, you can't touch that.
The jam has started. And straight on through, we've got Jinx with that lead jammer status. And No Coast Candy Crusher not too far behind them. There is only one lonesome blocker out there for No Coast right now. Jinx skates on through and calls it with 2 blockers out for White's team and all of our blockers out for our blue home team, Omaha Roller Derby.
I just let him know.
We will start this next round with 2 blockers in the box for No Coast. And the jam has started. We've got Puckett up against 2 blockers from No Coast. And Ginger Snap able to sneak on through against those 4 blockers. Puckett going through, fighting at the beginning. Ginger Snap up against that tripod at the back of the pack there. And we've got 1 blocker from the Omaha Roller Derby team heading to the penalty box. Puckett coming around for some points. And is able to sneak right onto the outside. Stays in and gets 4 points for Omaha Roller Derby. Ginger Snap pushed down on the outside and is taken back by Jailbreaker.
Jailbreaker coming in with a great defense.
And Puckett through again for another 4 points for Omaha Roller Derby. Jailbreaker just caught Ginger Snap and calls the jam. Nice work, everybody. Omaha Roller Derby and No Coast were able to even out that score. Just that jam, 8 points scored by each jammer. And right off the bat, we've got our No Coast jammer Candy Crusher out, but Jinx is not too far behind them. We now have everybody out of the penalty box. And that pack is moving quickly.
Period. That's jam. 0 points for both teams that time. Nope. 4 points for no points. 2 for roller derby. Or roller derby.
We are starting this round with 2 blockers from Omaha Roller Derby in the penalty box. French Press able to create some space for Jailbreaker to get by, and is able to get lead jammer status.
Breaker squeezing right out of jail.
And Poison Ivy right behind them.
These jammers are technical.
And is it to push them out? This is what we love to see, folks. And calls the jam. Let's see if we got any points that round. No points for either team that jam.
Just taking lead in jammer position.
Omaha Roller Derby still blocking, and Ginger Snap is through. Jinx taking that apex jump. And the jam is not over because Jinx received a cut. A cut is when you end up outside of the track and gain position on other players that were in front of you. So this will be a full 2-minute jam.
So there's only one jammer out scoring. That means
A power jam.
with Ginger Snap, no raffles.
And takes that inside line and is able to get another 4 points. 12 points so far in this jam. Jinx is back in and is doing a little jammer on jammer violence there and is able to get right on through. 4 points for Omaha Roller Derby. And we've got about 30 seconds left. Again, nobody can call it, so we will just go until the time clock is up.
Once again, Omaha Roller Derby's next game is September 21st. Feel free to follow us on Instagram at Omaha Roller Derby to get all the good updates about all the things going on.
We have a Learn to Skate ages 8 to 101. Come out and learn to skate August 21st and the 24th. You can do it just one day for $20 or sign up for both days for $35.
We're sorry if we're too.
If you are hungry or thirsty after this game today, feel free to go to our after party that we will be hosting at camp. That is camp with a K. It is in the Blackstone district. Super fun. There's lots of good food, lots of options, and it's going to be a great time.
This is our first home game since May, so can we give it up for Roller Derby? Like roller derby, can you give it up for the sport?
All right, folks, with 15 minutes left in the second period, next whistle starts the jam. And we're off. We've got lead jammer and Candy Crusher. We've got Puckett fighting through those no coast blockers. And just get pushed out of bounds and taken back.
Candy Crush is squeezing through the pack for 4 points.
And Puckett is so close to that pack, is taken down and brought back. Luna
Going around again for another 4.
And Puckett is through that pack. Looks like we've got 2 white blockers going to the penalty box right now, making it just 2 blockers out there for no post. And Candy Crusher calls it after scoring 12 points. Bringing no post above the 200 mark. So 205 to 84. And the jam has begun. This isn't the first time you're seeing Missy Mayhem out there jamming for Omaha Roller Derby and makes it through. Getting lead jammer for Omaha Roller Derby, Poison Ivy. Let's hear it for Missy Mayhem getting lead jammer, first time out there.
Jam. Looks like Pinocchio scored 2 points that round. 0 for ORD.
And we've got another first-time jammer out here today. Let's hear it for Lady Lunatic. And we are off, and we've got number 888, Speedy Morales, out there for No Coast. Maybe. Yep.
Yep. Morales living up to the name and skating right the track. Luna calls the dam.
Awesome work, folks. And the jam has begun. We have Ginger Snap for the No Coast Roller Derby team and Bones for the Omaha Roller Derby team.
Ginger Snap takes the lead jammer position. Bones still fighting through the pack. It looks pretty exciting there.
And Bones able to sneak on through. Awesome work. Jailbreaker giving Ginger Snap a little bit of a hard time getting through there. And we'll call it.
Got about 10 minutes left in this half.
Position. Poison Ivy pushed out by Lady Lunatic. And we've got a little bit of a spill here. Puckett coming around for a scoring pass. Poison Ivy fighting her way through those ORD blockers.
No post blockers.
Oh, and we've got a little bit of a spill, but they're right back up. And Poison Ivy is able to make it out for their initial pass. Puckett still fighting through those blockers for that scoring pass. Puckett able to get through there. And Omaha Roller Derby will call a timeout.
I broke my ankle at the skate. Still like
going into game 18 now.
Oh.
We've seen much pivoting today.
Not, I've barely seen any handoffs.
I didn't think so, but I was like,
Yeah, no,
guys are not.
I think I've maybe seen one.
I think it's been chased.
Yeah, I think that's the only one.
Free to point things out. I mean, the whole thing we're doing is things out, but like, you know,
Totally.
what is it called?
They call it like a panty pass. And we're off and straight on through is Candy Crusher getting lead jammer for No Coast Roller Derby. Missy Mayhem fighting through there. Candy Crusher getting 4 points for their team. And Missy Mayhem being taken out of bounds. Missy Mayhem able to take that inside line and make it out for that initial pass. Candy Crusher coming in for another 4 points.
Damn.
We've got about 8 minutes left in this last half here today. No Coast is currently at 225. Candy Crusher getting 12 points for their team. And Omaha Roller Derby with 88 points. French Press making some swift moves there. Gets lead jammer. Can't. What's that? About a half track away from French Press. And
For ORD.
we have a power jam.
And going to
That pack is getting a little bit spread out here as French Press is trying to get through. Butcher Bird is back on the track from the penalty box.
once again making it through all of it. And calling a jam. That was 12 points for ORD by French Press.
Bringing Omaha Roller Derby to exactly 100 points. Gamma Ray taking the outside line, getting lead jammer. Jailbreaker trying to push through there and gets through. Gamma Ray taking that outside line, gets 4 points for their team. $229 to Omaha Roller Derby's 100. 5 minutes left in the game. That pack is getting a little bit spread up as we go to turn 2, and Jinx is able to get lead jammer. Candy Crusher is following about a quarter of a track behind.
Jinx slipping by and calling the jam.
Lean with it. Rock with it. Nice job, Jinx.
That's 4 points for Omer D. That bringing them up to 102. No posts, 29. Jammer position.
And 4 points for Candy for Butcher Bird.
First pass through the pack.
Coming in for a scoring pass. You'll notice Omaha Roller Derby is trying to stay in front to prevent some points there from Butcher Bird. And that pack is moving kind of fast. Butcher Bird through for 4 points. Puckett skating on through. Getting caught by Ginger Snaps.
That's that jam. That time, no post score 12 points for D4.
Again, there's a Learn to Skate happening August 21st and 24th here at Shenzel Community Center. We've got Poison Ivy pushing hard up against those Omaha Roller Derby blockers, but being pushed out.
French press pressing hard against these no post blockers here.
And we've got those jammers held by those tripods. After some grueling work, Poison Ivy makes it out for lead jammer status. French press still fighting her way through that pack. Poison Ivy makes it through for 4 points for no post. Poison Ivy makes it around for another 4 points for Lincoln, no post. And French Press has removed the star and passed it to Thugarella. That is called a panty pass. And Thugarella, who has the stripe on her helmet, is the pivot and is able to take over that jammer status.
That is the jam.
Okay, no points at all. We may have one more jam here. We'll see. They can still possibly get one here. All right, folks, looks like we're going to get one more jam here.
Can we give it up for our last jam? Make some noise.
Looks like there is a little confusion. Give us a second here.
How do you do that? Should be a way to do it.
Thank you again to our volunteers, our medics, our photographers, Jason Gordon and Hardin Photography, and you, yes, you, for being here to support this wonderful sport of roller derby.
And we're off that last jam of the game.
For making it as a lead jammer.
We've got a little bit of a spill with the no post blockers. Jinx fighting her way through the blockers there. And we'll call it. All right, let's hear it for our players today, folks. They worked hard.
The game is
Jam. Check this.
Are we going to do another jam?
hold on to your seats. This game is not quite over.
And put time out for turn up time and
Once again, our next game for Omaha Roller Derby is September 21st. Right here. Looks like we might be gearing up for another jam.
All right, this should actually be our last jam here today, but we will see.
I think we got this thrill of us. We can go to
And the jam has started.
heavy pressure breaking from the pack as lead jammer. Jinx following.
And Candy Crusher through there. And that should be it, folks. Let's hear it for our players today. Thank you to our medics. Thank you to our officials, our NSOs, to the skaters, the audience, all of the volunteers. Feel free to go ahead and stand at the edge of the track and give some high fives to your favorite players.
Yeah, how do you all have the sugar? Think of that.